dive into today's episode, I just want to remind you to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support means the world to us. It helps us grow, reach more amazing learners like you, and keep bringing you fresh and fun content every week. So don't forget, like, subscribe, and let's keep this journey going strong. Hello, wonderful idiom explorers, and a very warm welcome back to another exciting episode of Idiom Insights. I'm Emma, your enthusiastic guide, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be here with you again, ready to delve into the fascinating nuances of some more common English phrases. It's always a pleasure to share this learning journey with you as we navigate the colorful world of English.
And I'm Jack, your co-host, an ever-curious word detective, here to help unravel the meanings and perhaps share a chuckle or two as we explore the rich landscape of idiomatic English. It's wonderful to be back in the Idiom Insights studio, Emma, and a big hello to all our fantastic listeners around the world. Thanks for tuning in for another dose of idiom discovery.
It's always a joy, Jack. Today, we've selected 4 incredibly useful and vivid idioms that you'll undoubtedly encounter in everyday English. Understanding these will not only significantly boost your comprehension, but also provide you with more natural and expressive ways to communicate your own thoughts and observations. These phrases cover appreciating something visually, the limit of patience, seizing opportunities, and postponing plans.
A truly excellent and varied mix today, Emma. These are idioms that really add character and depth to conversation. Here are the 4 idioms we'll be diving into in this episode of Idiom Insights. First, an idiom for inviting someone to look at something impressive with pleasure. Feast your eyes on. Second, a phrase for the final tolerable annoyance that makes a situation unbearable. Last straw. Third, a proverb about taking advantage of favorable opportunities while they last. Make hay while the sun shines. And finally, an expression for politely declining an invitation now but suggesting a later time. Rain check.
Those are all fantastic and very common idioms, Jack. Each one paints a very clear picture and is used frequently, so understanding them will be incredibly beneficial for our listeners as they engage in English conversations and encounter these phrases in media.
I couldn't agree more. They're all very practical and insightful. And before we delve into the intricacies of our first idiom, a quick and sincere request from both of us here at Idiom Insights. If you're finding these episodes valuable for your English learning journey and you enjoy our explorations, please take a moment to subscribe or follow our podcast on your preferred listening platform.
Yes, subscribing is the best way to ensure you don't miss any of our future idiom adventures and linguistic discoveries. And if you're feeling extra supportive, a like or a positive rating on your podcast platform truly helps other English learners discover Idiom Insights. We are so grateful for your engagement and continued support. It really fuels our passion for this.
It genuinely makes a massive difference. Thank you all for being part of our community. Right then, Emma, are you ready for our first idiom, which sounds like a visual treat?
Let's do it. Our first idiom for this episode of Idiom Insights is feast your eyes on.
Feast your eyes on. This sounds quite dramatic, like you're inviting someone to have a visual banquet. What does it actually mean, Emma?
That's a wonderful way to put it, Jack. A visual banquet. The idiom feast your eyes on something means to look at something with great pleasure, admiration, or satisfaction because it is very beautiful, impressive, or desirable. It's an invitation to gaze upon something wonderful and enjoy the sight of it thoroughly.
So it's not just look at this, but look at this amazing thing and really enjoy looking at it. If you've just baked an incredibly beautiful and elaborate cake, you might present it to your friends and say, "All right, everyone, feast your eyes on this masterpiece."
Precisely. Or if you are showing someone a breathtaking view from a mountaintop, or a stunning piece of artwork, or even a brand new sports car, you might use this phrase. It emphasizes the visual appeal and the pleasure derived from looking. It suggests that the sight is so pleasing, it's like a feast for the eyes.
It implies something truly remarkable to look at. You wouldn't use it for something ordinary. It's reserved for things that are exceptionally beautiful, impressive, or something you know the other person will really appreciate seeing.
Yes, there's a sense of delight, and often a bit of pride if you're the one showing it. It's an enthusiastic invitation to appreciate something visually spectacular. Think of a magnificent sunset, a perfectly arranged garden, or a stunning piece of jewelry.
So, if a car enthusiast finally gets their dream vintage car restored to perfection, they might proudly tell their friends, "Come over this weekend and feast your eyes on my newly restored beauty."
Exactly. It's an expression of pure visual delight and an invitation to share it.
Okay, so to feast your eyes on something means to look at something with great pleasure because it is beautiful, impressive, or desirable. Ready to hear Mia and Mark use this idiom?
Let's listen in. I wonder what visual spectacle they might be encountering.
Oh, Mark, you absolutely have to come over here and see this. I've just finished decorating the baby's nursery, and I think it's turned out even better than I imagined.
Really, Mia? You've been working on that nursery for weeks. I know how much effort you've put into every little detail, choosing the colors, the furniture, everything. I'm sure it looks amazing.
Well, I'm biased, of course, but I think it's just perfect. The mural on the wall is finished, the cot is all set up with the cute mobile, and the new rocking chair looks so cozy in the corner. Please come and feast your eyes on it. I'm so excited for you to see the final result.
I'd love to. Knowing your eye for detail, Mia, I'm sure it's absolutely beautiful. Lead the way. I'm ready to feast my eyes and be suitably impressed.
Prepare to be amazed. It's my little masterpiece.
That was a wonderful example. Mia enthusiastically invited Mark to feast his eyes on the newly decorated nursery, emphasizing how beautiful and pleasing she found it, and wanting him to share in that visual enjoyment.
Precisely. The idiom conveyed her pride and delight in what she had created, and her eagerness for Mark to see and appreciate something she considered visually spectacular. It really highlighted the pleasure of the sight.
It's a very common and expressive way to invite someone to appreciate something beautiful.
It is. So next time you want to show someone something truly impressive or beautiful, you can invite them to feast their eyes on it.
And we'd love to hear about something you've recently feasted your eyes on. What was it that caught your admiration? Share your visual treats in the comment section below this episode.
Great idea, Jack. Let's move on now to our second idiom in this episode of Idiom Insights. This one is about reaching a limit.
Our second idiom today is last straw.
Last straw? This is a very common idiom, and it sounds like it's part of a longer phrase. Does it come from the straw that broke the camel's back, Jack?
You're absolutely right, Emma. The idiom last straw, or the final straw, is a shortened version of that proverb. It refers to the final small problem, annoyance, or difficulty in a series of unfortunate events that makes a situation completely unbearable or causes someone to finally lose their patience, give up, or react strongly. It's that one seemingly minor thing that, coming on top of everything else, becomes too much to handle.
So it's not just one problem, but the culmination of many problems, where one final, perhaps small incident pushes someone over the edge. If someone has had a very bad day, they overslept, missed their train, spilled coffee on themselves, and then their computer crashes right before an important deadline, the computer crashing might be the last straw that makes them completely lose their temper or feel utterly defeated.
Precisely. Or if an employee has been dealing with an overbearing boss, long hours and low pay for a long time, and then their boss unfairly criticizes them for a tiny mistake. That criticism could be the last straw that makes them decide to quit their job. It's the point where their tolerance is finally exhausted.
It implies that the person has endured a lot already. But this final incident, however small it might seem in isolation, is the one that breaks their resilience. It's the tipping point.
Yes, it's the final incident in a sequence that makes a situation intolerable. It's that single extra piece of straw that, when added to an already heavy load, finally breaks the camel's back. The focus is on that ultimate, patience-breaking event.
So if a relationship has been struggling with many small arguments and disagreements, and then one partner forgets an important anniversary, that act of forgetting could be the last straw that leads to a breakup.
Exactly. The final small hurt that makes the whole situation unsustainable.
So the last straw is the final problem or annoyance in a series that makes a situation unbearable or causes someone to lose patience. Ready to hear Mia and Mark use this idiom?
Let's listen in. I wonder what series of unfortunate events might be pushing someone to their limit.
Oh, Mia, I'm having such a frustrating morning trying to get this report finished for the client. First, my computer was incredibly slow to start up, which wasted about 20 minutes.
Oh dear, that's never a good start to the day, Mark. Computer problems can be so annoying when you have a deadline. Did things get any better after that?
Not really. Then, when I finally got it working, I realized that some of the key data I needed from the sales team hadn't been updated in the shared drive, so I had to chase them for it, which took another half hour. And then, The printer ran out of ink just as I was trying to print a draft.
Goodness, Mark, it sounds like you've had a series of unfortunate events this morning, one thing after another going wrong.
You have no idea, but the absolute last straw was when I finally finished writing the main section, went to save it, and the entire program crashed. And I think I've lost the last hour of work. That was it. I nearly threw my laptop out the window.
Oh, Mark, no. Losing an hour of work after all those other frustrations? That sounds like the absolute last straw indeed. I completely understand why you'd feel so exasperated.
That dialogue perfectly illustrates the idiom. Mark described a series of frustrating problems he encountered while trying to finish his report, and then identified the program crashing and losing his work as the last straw. The final, unbearable event that made him extremely exasperated.
Exactly. The idiom highlighted that it wasn't just the program crashing, but that event coming on top of all the other previous annoyances that finally exhausted his patience and made the situation intolerable.
It's a very common and relatable expression for reaching the limit of one's endurance.
It is. So next time a final small annoyance makes a difficult situation completely unbearable, you'll know it was the last straw.
And we'd love to hear about a time you experienced a last straw moment. What was the series of events? Share your stories in the comments below the episode.
Wonderful idea, Jack. Let's move on now to our third idiom in this episode of Idiom Insights. This one is about seizing opportunities.
Our third idiom for today is make hay while the sun shines.
Make hay while the sun shines. This is a lovely old proverb, isn't it? It makes me think of farmers working hard in good weather. What's the broader meaning, Jack?
You're absolutely right about the imagery and its proverbial nature, Emma. Make hay while the sun shines means to take full advantage of a favorable opportunity or good conditions to achieve something, because those good conditions might not last. Just as farmers need to harvest hay when the weather is dry and sunny, because wet hay spoils, this proverb advises us to act decisively and work hard when the circumstances are right for success.
So it's about seizing the moment and making the most of a good situation before it changes or disappears. If a company finds that there's a sudden high demand for one of its products, they should make hay while the sun shines by increasing production and marketing efforts to maximize their sales during that favorable period.
Precisely. Or if a student finds they are in a particularly focused and productive mood for studying, they should make hay while the sun shines and study as much as they can during that period, rather than procrastinating, because that productive mood might not last. It's about recognizing and acting upon opportune moments.
It's a call to be proactive and not to waste favorable circumstances. It implies that opportunities can be fleeting, so you need to act quickly and efficiently when they arise.
Yes, it emphasizes both the opportunity, the sun shines, and the need for action, make hay. It's not just about waiting for good luck, but actively working to benefit from it when it appears.
So, if an investor sees a particularly good opportunity in the stock market that they believe won't last long, they might decide to invest quickly to make hay while the sun shines.
Exactly. They are capitalizing on the favorable conditions.
So, make hay while the sun shines means to take full advantage of a favorable opportunity or good conditions while they last. Ready to hear Mia and Mark use this proactive idiom?
Let's listen in. I wonder what favorable opportunity one of them might be encouraging the other to seize.
Mia, I was just looking at the sales figures for our new online course, and they've been surprisingly good this month. We've had a lot more signups than we initially projected, especially after that positive review it got on a popular blog.
That's fantastic news, Mark. It's great to see our hard work paying off and that the positive review is making a difference. So, what's our plan now that we have this momentum?
Well, I was thinking that since there's clearly a lot of interest right now and that blog review is still fresh in people's minds, we should really try to capitalize on it. Perhaps we could run a limited time discount offer for the next couple of weeks, or increase our social media advertising while the buzz is high.
I agree, this high level of interest might not last forever. We definitely need to make hay while the sun shines. Let's strike while the iron is hot, as they also say. An immediate discount or a boost in advertising sounds like a great way to maximize signups while we have this positive attention.
My thoughts exactly. We need to act quickly and make the most of this current favorable situation before the initial excitement from the review fades away. Let's get a plan together this afternoon.
That dialogue perfectly illustrates the idiom. Mark and Mia recognized that the current high interest in their online course due to a positive review was a favorable opportunity, and Mia used "make hay while the sun shines" to emphasize the need to act quickly and capitalize on the situation before it changed.
Exactly. The idiom highlighted the importance of taking proactive steps, like offering a discount or increasing advertising, to maximize the benefits of the current positive circumstances while they lasted.
It's a very common and wise piece of advice for making the most of good opportunities.
It is. So, next time you see a favorable opportunity, remember the proverb, "Make hay while the sun shines."
And we'd love to hear about a time you made hay while the sun shined. What was the opportunity, and how did you seize it? Share your stories in the comments below this episode.
Wonderful idea, Emma. Now, we've arrived at our fourth and final idiom for this episode of Idiom Insights. This one is about postponing plans politely.
Our final idiom for today is rain check.
Rain check. This sounds like something you get if an outdoor event is canceled due to rain. Is that where this idiom comes from, Emma? You're spot on with the origin, Emma. A rain check literally was, and sometimes still is, a ticket or assurance given to spectators at an outdoor event like a baseball game that is postponed or canceled due to rain. This rain check allows them to attend a future rescheduled event for free or at a reduced price. Idiomatically, to take a rain check, or ask for a rain check, means to politely decline an invitation or offer now, but with the suggestion or promise that you will accept it or do it at a later, more convenient time.
So it's a polite way of saying, no, thank you, not right now, but maybe another time. If a friend invites you out for dinner tonight, but you already have other plans, you might say, "I'm so sorry, I can't make it tonight, but can I take a rain check?" Meaning you'd like to go another time.
Precisely. Or if someone offers you something, like a piece of cake, but you're too full right now, you could say, "That looks delicious, but I'll have to take a rain check for later." It's a way of declining without completely rejecting the offer or invitation. It keeps the possibility open for the future.
It's a very useful and common social phrase, isn't it? It softens the refusal and shows that you are still interested, just not available at that particular moment. It's much more polite than just a flat no.
Yes, it definitely is. It maintains goodwill. The person offering or inviting usually understands that you're not rejecting them personally, just the timing. It's a common way to postpone plans gracefully.
So if a colleague asks if you want to join them for lunch, but you have an urgent deadline, you could say, "I'd love to, but I'm swamped today. Can I get a rain check for next week?"
Exactly. You're proposing a postponement.
So to take a rain check, or get a rain check, or ask for a rain check means to politely decline an offer or invitation now, while suggesting you'll accept it at a later time. Ready to hear Mia and Mark use this handy idiom?
Let's listen in. I wonder what invitation one of them might be politely postponing.
Hey, Mark. A few of us from the office are planning to go bowling on Friday night after work to celebrate Sarah's birthday. It should be a lot of fun. Would you like to join us?
Oh, bowling for Sarah's birthday? That sounds like a great time, Mia. I haven't been bowling in ages, and I know Sarah loves it. I'd normally love to come.
So you'll be there then? We're meeting at Strikes and Spares around 7 p.m.
Well, here's the thing. Unfortunately, I actually have a prior commitment this Friday evening. My parents are in town visiting for the weekend, and I promised to have dinner with them that night. I completely forgot it was this Friday when we were vaguely talking about bowling last week.
Oh, of course, family commitments come first. That's perfectly understandable. Don't worry about it at all.
Thanks for understanding. I really would have liked to come, though. Perhaps I could take a rain check on the bowling? Maybe we could all go another time when I'm free. I'd hate to miss out completely.
Absolutely, Mark. We can definitely organize another bowling night soon. Consider this your official rain check. Enjoy the dinner with your parents.
That dialogue perfectly illustrates the idiom. Mark, unable to attend the bowling night due to a prior commitment, politely declined Mia's invitation but asked to take a rain check, suggesting he would like to go another time.
Exactly. The idiom allowed him to decline gracefully while expressing continued interest and keeping the door open for a future occasion, and Mia understood and accepted his request for a postponement.
It's a very common and socially adept way to manage invitations you can't accept immediately.
It is. So, next time you need to politely decline an invitation but want to suggest doing it later, remember you can always ask for or offer a rain check.
And we'd love to hear if you've had to take a rain check on something recently. What was it? Share your experiences in the comments below this episode.
We always appreciate reading your comments and stories. Well, Emma, We've explored 4 more really insightful and useful idioms in this episode of Idiom Insights.
We certainly have, Jack. Just to recap for everyone tuning into Idiom Insights today, we learned
Feast your eyes on, meaning to look at something with great pleasure because it is beautiful or impressive.
last straw, referring to the final problem or annoyance in a series that makes a situation unbearable.
Make hay while the sun shines, meaning to take full advantage of a favorable opportunity while it lasts.
And rain check, used to politely decline an offer or invitation now, while suggesting you'll accept it at a later time.
4 more fantastic additions to your English idiom collection. Remember, the best way to truly master these phrases is to actively listen for them in conversations and media, and then to gain confidence by trying to use them yourself in appropriate situations.
Absolutely. Practice is key. Don't be afraid to incorporate them into your speaking and writing. The more you use them, the more comfortable and natural they will feel.
And if you enjoyed learning with us today, and we sincerely hope you did, please consider giving this episode of Idiom Insights a like and leaving us a positive review on your podcast platform. Your support helps other learners find us and join our community.
And make sure you hit that subscribe or follow button for Idiom Insights so you don't miss any of our future episodes, where we'll continue to demystify the wonderful and sometimes witty world of English idioms.
Thank you all so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure exploring these phrases with you.
Keep learning, keep listening, and we'll talk to you again next time on Idiom Insights.
Goodbye, everyone!
See ya!